Hello everyone and welcome to the Part-Time Gamers YouTube channel. I am Welchy, one half of the Part-Time Gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Part-Time Gamers Weekly. This is the weekly show where we talk about all the hottest topics in video games, talk about what we've been playing, what we've been watching, and just general chit-chat, to be honest. This week we've got a big show. Actually, it's going to be a shorter one, but a big topic to talk about: the PlayStation State of Play from June 2022. Just happened, just recorded my reactions. If you haven't seen that, go and check out my reactions. If you've watched that and now are here, welcome back. And yeah, we're going to talk about that showcase. So let's get straight into it, or the State of Play, sorry. Let's get straight into it with topic of the week. Topic of the week. Okay, so I'm going to try and make this video shorter only because I'm tired and I'm staying up late. It's now 12 o'clock. I'm recording my thoughts and reactions to that showcase. Not reactions, you saw my reactions hopefully, but my thoughts on it. And first things first, I thought it was a good show. I keep calling it a showcase. It's a State of Play. I enjoyed it. It started off with a bang for me. Resident Evil 4, very happy that's finally been announced. And to come out in March 23 is exciting. Again, I've got a feeling that March and February next year are going to be very busy like they were this year. But that's fine. I don't mind. Resident Evil 4 is one I'll definitely be picking up. Very excited about that. They also announced PSVR 2 support, which is cool. I will hopefully one day get PSVR 2. It's not a priority, but I want it one day. But yeah, Resident Evil 4. I'm not going to look too much into it. I don't really know the story of it. I've never played the original. I don't need to see anything else from that game. I trust those developers. I trust that company. I'm just waiting for that day now, and I'll play that no matter what. So super excited for that one. They also announced Resident Evil Village will be made in PSVR 2. They only showed Lady Dimitrescu's section, so I wonder if it's going to be a portion of the game, and that portion in particular, or if it's the whole game. I mentioned it in my reaction video. If it's the whole game, then I know I won't. I don't think I'd be able to play it, because that second part of the game, the second house, if you want to say, or the second kind of, what are they called? I guess bosses. It's horrifying. Like, it's absolutely terrifying. One of the most scared I've ever been in any game ever. The thought of playing that in VR is just, no, I genuinely don't think I could do it. I could barely do it just playing it on console. So I'm interested to see though what they're doing. Is it just Lady Dimitrescu's section, which would be fine, and I understand why they would do that, and not the whole game. But I think if you did the whole game, you're going to get some funny videos online of people doing that second section of the game, because I genuinely think it's horrifying. So let's wait and see. I'm not going to go through every game, because there are some things that I'm just not that bothered about. But Spider-Man is coming to PC, which is interesting. Spider-Man Remastered. Some more VR games such as The Walking Dead, No Man's Sky. I think there were some other ones. I can't remember. Oh, obviously Horizon Call of the Mountain. I thought it looked really cool. If they can pull it off and if it plays well, that's going to be fantastic. And a system seller, really. It's made me really interested in it. And that's pretty much it for PSVR. I don't think there's anything else much that exciting. There's still lots to do there. No release date, but one of the games said 2022, but I guess you could argue that it will come to like Oculus in 2022. PSVR 2 will come out and then it'll be there ready. So I don't think it means that it's definitely a 2022 release, but PSVR 2 could still do it. But I feel like you would have. It's now what, June? I mean, yeah, I would have thought they would have said something by now. We then moved on to Stray. Stray is a game that looked cool and like cute and great graphics, but one that I wasn't going to buy. And then they announced straight after that it's actually coming to PlayStation Plus Extra and Premium tiers for free on release day. So I'm going to play it because it's free and it's there. And I think it's a smart move. I don't think it would have sold like hotcakes. So I think putting it as part of that service is a great move, and it'll get a lot more hands on it. And I'm not excited to play it, but I definitely will. So that was cool. That was a nice surprise. And then we saw the Callisto Protocol, which is one of my highlights of the show. I thought it looked fantastic. It obviously had Dead Space vibes. It was made by the people that originally made Dead Space, so expect that. But it looked fantastic. I thought it looked scary. The graphics looked great. You just felt like, I don't know, I just got the impression that they've really nailed the aesthetic, nailed the vibe, nailed the ambience, if you want to call it that. Ambience? I don't know. Yeah, I just thought it looked fantastic, and that's probably my highlight of the show, because I'm surprised it's coming out this year. I thought it might get pushed back to 2023, but it's not. It's coming out this year. We're getting that in December 2nd, I think it said. And then we're getting Dead Space remake in like the end of January. And then we're getting Resident Evil 4 at the end of March. Man, what a time to be a gamer, and especially a horror game fan. Whatever, you get my point. So yeah, that stole the show for me. And we saw Final Fantasy 16, which looked okay. I'm not a Final Fantasy fan. Street Fighter 6, which looked okay. I didn't like Street Fighter 5, despite loving Street Fighter 4. So I'm interested in it, but I'm just a bit skeptical now. After 5, I'm just looking to see if I missed anything that I would care about. I don't think I have. I'm just going to go on Twitter quickly, because sometimes Twitter has like some extra little details which you miss. There was a point in the reaction video where I thought the Callisto Protocol was coming to PlayStation Plus as well, but it's not. I checked that online. So we've got here... So we've got Resident Evil 4 talk here. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be much. Okay, Resident Evil 4 blog. This is being done by reimagining the storyline of the game while keeping the essence of its direction, modernising the graphics and updating the controls to a modern standard. So reimagining the storyline of the game. Personally, it doesn't bother me because I never actually played the original, so I will never know how different it is. But yeah, I'm super excited for that game. Street Fighter 6, that looked like it had like a story mode, which was interesting. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much here. Yeah, everyone seems to be pretty happy with how Callisto Protocol looked, and I'm very happy with how that looked. Yeah, I think that's going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've missed much. It looks like everything's pretty... I tend to look for opinions on the show. What does everyone think about it? Yeah, it looks like people are genuinely saying that it was a great state of play, and I think it was too. Someone saying here this is one of the best PlayStation state of plays. I agree. Yeah, I think it was great. I think they might have finally found the right balance for their state of plays. Because state of plays, they can tend to be a bit poor, a bit boring, nothing that exciting. But this, I think, had a good amount of good games. And there were some games for different people in there, like the roller skating one that didn't look great to me, but I'm sure loads of people would like. Yeah, I came away genuinely so happy with that. Final Fantasy 16. So yeah, I think a great state of play. Obviously next week we've got Summer Games Fest. At that I think we'll see God of War Ragnarok. Obviously this showcase, other than Horizon, didn't have any first party games. They also announced Horizon Forbidden West has the New Game Plus coming with new trophies, a few cool new changes which interest me because I might go back and play it on New Game Plus just for the trophies, to be honest. But that was cool that they announced that. What was I talking about before that? Yeah, next week is the Summer Games Fest. I think we'll see God of War Ragnarok. I think it'll be like the end trailer. They're like, one more thing. Here's God of War Ragnarok. Here's the release date. September 2022. bam, drop the mic. That's my hope. I feel like I'm getting my hopes up too much, but it just makes so much sense to me. That's where I do it. So watch out for that. I should be doing a reaction video to that next week, so look out for that. And yeah, then after that we've got the Xbox showcase, which I'm really excited about as well. But I won't be reacting to that one as a whole showcase. I might react to certain trailers from it, because I'm actually going to be on holiday while it's on. So yeah, I thought it was a great state of play. I hope they can kind of keep that formula of interesting, exciting announcements and gameplay and whatnot, and get a state of plays kind of make people looking forward to them again. I wasn't that excited about tonight's one because state of plays in the past haven't been great, but today's was great. If they can keep doing that, fantastic. Their showcases are always fantastic. We don't have to worry about the showcases. They will always deliver that because they just have to. They have the juice. They have the games. So they need to get these state of plays right, and I think they did today. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. What was your favourite announcement from this state of play? Are you looking forward to Callisto Protocol, Resident Evil 4, Stray, Final Fantasy 16? Let me know. Don't worry about leaving a like yet. We're not finished because we're going to go and talk about what we've been playing. So I actually, funny story, I should apologise for not doing a part-time games weekly for a few weeks because I actually did record one. I recorded one and never kind of got around to editing the video, and by the time just went on, and then the video was kind of just old and not relevant enough to upload. So I feel like I'm kind of going to be repeating stuff I've already said in an old video, but you guys never saw that one, so I'm going to say it anyway. And what I've been playing, I have been basically loving and playing so much of NBA 2K22. Absolutely loving that. Still doing the career mode, my player mode. Absolutely fantastic game. Loving that so much. Jurassic World Evolution 2 came to Game Pass. The problem with not knowing when you last heard from me is I don't know if I've mentioned it before. But yeah, Jurassic World Evolution 2 came to Game Pass like as a surprise. And I'm loving that game. I loved the first game. I'm loving the second one. It is fantastic. It is just almost my dream game because I like those kind of simming, like a Zoo Tycoon, Roller Coaster Tycoon games. I used to love them when I was younger. Still love them now. I just love that kind of, that gameplay. It's that gameplay loop. I just seem to love it. And put dinosaurs in it, which I love as well. Fantastic. I am having too much fun with that game. I can see myself playing that for a long time. Also been playing Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, getting nearer to beating that. I think I'm probably only 3 chapters away. I think I've done 13 chapters out of 16. I think there's one after that as a prologue as well. Having a lot of fun with Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to do a full review, like a whole episode on it, so I probably should give my opinions now. The story is actually really good. The characters are fantastic. At first it took a while to warm to them because they're not the ones from the films, right? They're different actors and different look to them. But I have really warmed to them. I love the characters now. All of them individually, love them. It's a funny game. The voice acting is great. It's really funny. It's really good story. But, and it's a big but, the gameplay is not great. It's actually, I'm going to take that back a bit. The gameplay has got better in these last couple of chapters. Where I've got everyone's fully upgraded and stuff. It's got better, but it's still not great. And early doors, it is sometimes mind-numbingly bad. It's not like it plays badly, it's just boring. And I've mentioned this on stream. I've been streaming this game. I haven't fell asleep on the stream, but I have fell asleep playing Guardians of the Galaxy. And I mean, I have genuinely fallen asleep. Obviously, like, I'd kind of fall asleep for a couple of minutes, then wake up. But that's enough. Like, that shouldn't be happening. Especially at home. I used to fall asleep on the train playing a Switch, but I fall asleep on trains and like cars. Like, movement makes me tired. It's just a thing I have. But at home, that shouldn't be happening. Even if I'm playing late, like, I shouldn't be falling asleep unless it's really late. But the gameplay is it's just not fun, to be honest. This game, because of how good the story is, the voice acting and whatnot, had the potential to be incredible. Like, genuinely incredible. But the gameplay just lets it down so much for me. As in so much. So much it lets it down. That this goes from being, obviously, my review system where I do platinum, gold, silver and bronze. I haven't finished it. I'm just saying this is probably going to fall in the low golds, because I would recommend it story-wise, but it could easily slip under to the silver. But if they could have hit the gameplay right, if the gameplay was great, this could have easily been platinum. So it's a shame. It definitely won't be. I can't give a game a platinum if I've fallen asleep. But yeah, it's a great story. I'm enjoying it. I want to find out what's happening. But half the time, I don't want to play the actual gameplay half the time. And like I say, it has got better towards the end. There was a boss fight I just played on this last chapter, which was decent. And some of the gameplay has got better, but it's just not that fun. But it is what it is. I think that's all I've played on Xbox, really. I played a tiny bit of Halo Infinite, but not much to shout about. Yeah, they're the kind of 3 games I'm into, like, going between. Haven't played God of War in a while. I'm kind of focusing on beating Guardians of the Galaxy. I think what I need to do is have one main single player game rather than 2 or 3 at the same time. So I had to pick between Guardians and God of War. I want to get Guardians done, then I'm going to go and get God of War done, then I'll stick to one main single player game. And then I've got games like NBA and Jurassic World, which I'll just play on the side because I just love those games. I haven't played PlayStation, to be honest. I'm just playing Game Pass all the time, Xbox Game Pass. Obviously, we've got the new PlayStation Plus service coming out this month. It's June now, the end of this month. I'm excited for that because there are a few games coming to that service, mainly Returnal, which I really want to play. So I'm excited for that to come out and change the services that we have. But yeah, right now, it's just those 3 games I'm kind of mixing between Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, NBA and Jurassic World. Having a ton of fun on all 3, to be honest. It's just the Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy gameplay is just a bit boring. But that's it. That's what I've been playing. Let me know in the comments what you've been playing. And now let's move on to the Part-Time Gamers Movie Club.
The Part-Time Gamers Movie Club. Ooh.
I think the jingle's ended. I hope it has. So again, this is one where I've already spoken everything on this. Never uploaded it, so I'm going to have to do it again. In the last video, the one you actually did see, in the Part-Time Gamers Movie Club, I said I'm going to be watching the Avengers Endgame film for the first time ever. If you watched it, let me know in the comments what you thought of it. If you've watched it before, obviously a lot of people have. Let me know what you think. I've watched it. I watched it a few weeks ago now, but it's still pretty fresh in my mind because it's a fantastic film. Loved it. Loved every second of it. Well, actually, that's a little bit of a lie. At first, first of all as well, huge spoilers from here on out. If you're like me and hadn't watched Endgame and still haven't, skip the next. You know what? Probably just don't come back to the video another time because from here on out there's going to be spoilers. But if you have watched the film or don't care about spoilers, feel free to stick around. Yeah. As soon as they killed Thanos in the first 10 minutes, I thought I was going to hate this film because it just felt so cheap, too quick, too easy. And obviously, because I haven't watched the films, I've had this thing been built up for ages saying, oh yeah, wait till you get to Thanos, and Thanos is amazing. And when he died that early, I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this. How they then kind of changed it, and it kind of turned into a time travel film, I actually really enjoyed a lot more than I thought. When they was talking about it, I was like, this is not good. But they did pull it off. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed seeing the different views of the films we've already seen. For example, when Tony Stark and Ant-Man and Captain America go back to the first Avengers film, effectively. and you kind of see it at different angles and stuff. I thought that was really cool and very well done, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. It got a bit confusing at times, but if you kind of stick with it, their time travel can be mad, but yeah, I had a great time. The best scenes in that film are obviously the parts where Captain America picks up Thor's hammer. Fantastic, love that part. And then I love the part where all the people that were vanished from the blip came back through Doctor Strange's portals. And it was the two armies against each other. I thought it was fantastic, honestly. Ending was sad, obviously. But yeah, Endgame has gone up to my number 1 on my list of Marvel films. Fantastic, loved it, and I just want to watch it again because it was that good. Since then, I've also watched WandaVision, the TV show, which I absolutely loved. As in, what a show. Unbelievable show. I went in with a bit of skepticism, come out of it thinking it was one of the best shows I've watched. Honestly, I loved it so much. And it's honestly one of my favourite Marvel things. I don't know whether to rank it in the films and stuff. I don't know whether I should do that or not. I have left it out for now, but I loved it. Wanda's a great character. It made me like her even more. Vision, I didn't really like, and now I like more because of that show. But yeah, if you haven't watched WandaVision for any reason, I thoroughly recommend it. As long as you're up to date on all the Marvel stuff. But yeah, WandaVision, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. I've also watched Black Widow. Black Widow was okay. I don't think it was a bad film by any means. I don't think it was the best. I think I put it 5th last, which sounds bad, but there's not really any of them that I don't like. I feel like I like pretty much every single Marvel film. I think the only one I would say I didn't really like is Iron Man 3. I'm just getting my list up now. Yeah, so the only films I've put below Black Widow are Thor: The Dark World, Captain Marvel, Thor #1, and Iron Man 3. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest fan of Black Widow, but I definitely don't think it's the worst. So yeah, watch that. That was the film I said would be part of the movie club, but you never saw that video, so you never knew that. But the next film in the movie club is going to be Eternals. Marvel's Eternals. I think. Yeah, we'll go over Eternals. There's a chance that I'm going to get the DVD from my brother for Spider-Man Far From Home. But if I do, I will still wait until after Eternals. So Eternals is next on the Part-Time Gamers Movie Club. If you want to watch, then please watch and comment, tweet me, Instagram me what you think of the film. If you've already watched it, obviously you can do that anyway. Yeah, we're going to be watching that one next, and I haven't heard great things, so I'm expecting this one to actually go quite low on the list, maybe below Black Widow, who knows. But I'm going to go with an open mind. Hopefully I'll enjoy it. And after that, I'll probably go on to Shang-Chi. I'm actually also currently watching the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Only 2 episodes in. I don't want to get carried away, but I'm not really feeling it personally. Doesn't really do much for me. I don't really like those 2 characters, if I'm honest. I get the feeling that everyone does like, especially Winter Soldier, but even Falcon. They just don't do it for me. I don't know why. Winter Soldier just seems so boring to me. So boring. But no, I'll keep watching the show. I'll give it a chance. And hopefully I'll enjoy it, but it's nothing like WandaVision. WandaVision is special. But yeah, that's it for this week's Part-Time Gamers Movie Club, and that's it for Part-Time Gamers Weekly. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do leave a like. Leave a comment. Let me know what your favourite part of the PlayStation State of Play was, what you've been playing, and what you think of Avengers Endgame, Black Widow, Eternals, anything. Let me know. Well, let me know what you've been watching. You don't have to even watch what I'm watching. Just let me know what you've been watching. Yeah, subscribe if you want to see more, especially if you want to see more reaction videos. More of those are coming soon. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.